Okay, this is the Mill Hill School Building Committee meeting on Tuesday, February 23rd. And if Mr. Quinn would be so honored to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And it's good to hear Mr. Quinn's voice today, considering he wasn't supposed to come.
I second that.
Hope things are going well.
Just so everybody knows, I did not start chemotherapy yesterday. I couldn't make the cut. My red blood count was down around 61, or 6 actually. And it's supposed to be 13 minimum. So I took blood transfusions instead. So I'm here. Speaking.
Got it. One day at a time, right?
That's right, man. That's all we got. But go ahead, Jason, your call.
All right. So on our agenda number 2, the approval of meeting minutes from 1/26/21. I believe everyone was sent the meeting minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion to approve.
I'll second Melanie.
Do I have a second? Melanie seconds. That was Heather first. Make sure we say who's talking for the record. Okay, so all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
For approval of the meeting minutes. All opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, the approval of the meeting minutes of 1/26 have been approved. Now, number 3 on the agenda, approval of the invoices. Mark, you're on.
Yep, there are 3 of them. Collier's monthly invoice for January. Van Zoom carrying their commissioning services through 25% of the construction. And then United Illuminating is for the temp electric to the project. This is a bill that goes to the town, and it gets we're on a separate meter, and it comes to the project as a separate bill. And we have a line item in the budget for the temporary usage. So that is where that is billed for. All told, it is the 3 invoices is $19,705.88.
Before we move forward, I actually need to get on record. Do I have a motion for the approval of the invoices first?
Tom Quinn to a motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
This is Jeremy. I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 No nays or abstentions? All right. Any questions for Mark?
These were all anticipated, right? I would imagine all unbudgeted
Yes.
and anticipated. Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
If there are no more questions, do we have approval to approve the invoices?
I approve.
Tom Quinn. Do I have a second?
This is Jeremy.
Second,
I'll second.
Melanie.
Melanie with the second. All in favor of approval of the invoices, say aye.
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 Any nays or abstentions? Okay, the invoice has been approved. The 4th, project update. Rob?
Yep, thanks, Jason. So out in the front of the school at music right now, we're basically getting to the point where we're going to be putting in all the ceiling tiles at the end of this week. We actually passed our inspection, but we're kind of for above ceiling to be able to close up our ceilings. but just because some of the work going on, we're giving a little more time to get some stuff done with the flooring, and then we'll come in, we'll put in all the ceiling tiles. Next week, we're going to be starting on millwork in the music addition, as well as starting up the heat. So the rooftop unit that provides the HVAC for that building was set over the weekend, and we'll be turning that on next week. So music is, the floors are basically done. We actually have a crew coming in tomorrow night to put in the corridor VCT. So the rooms are done. They'll put in the corridor VCT flooring. I tried to take a picture of it in the project update, but we actually protect the floors once we put them in, so it's hard. So if you look, you can see where the lights are on in one of the pictures, and then you can see the protection on the floor. So music is pushing right along. We'll also be doing the flooring in the bathrooms, so the porcelain floor tile. That'll be next week as well. So we'll be in really good shape. And basically towards middle end of March, we'll just be kind of putting in the sinks and the millwork and then finishing up doing kind of almost like punch list touch-up, putting marker boards and those types of items in. At the outside of music, we'll be transitioning and starting to put in the sidewalks. So we'll start prepping. It's a little early this week and maybe next week with the weather, with everything being a little wet. But by mid-March, we'll be in there putting in the stone and kind of prepping for the sidewalks that we need to install there. And we'll be putting the fascia on the building. So right now you can see the brick, but up top we'll put the metal panels on and then the roof edge. So good shape there. In the back in kindergarten, any questions on music?
Nope.
All right. So in the back at kindergarten, we're getting ready to pass our above ceiling inspection end of this week. We'll be starting flooring. So we're kind of moving the guys from music into the back in kindergarten. And we're about a week behind where we are in music in kindergarten. So still in good shape there, but you'll see that we'll be able to start padding out the ceilings. We'll put in the floors, and we'll start the millwork the second week of March. So kind of pushing that along. The rooftop unit at that building will be set later this week, but still on target to start up that rooftop unit middle of next week when we do music. So pushing right along, and then we'll be transitioning outside to start putting in the sidewalks and kind of the site finishes as well in that area on the same timeline as in front. All right. Other than that, probably around the next building committee, we'll be starting to put our fence up and have our fence around the platform addition, which goes off the back of the gym. And then by middle of the month, March 15th, we'll actually be prepping to put our fence around and start taking over the existing office area. So wrapping up the two additions and actually starting on the other two additions for this platform and admin. So we'll be ramping up and busy in March. A lot of action and kind of be in a couple different areas around the school.
Good. By the way, Rob?
Yeah?
Tom Quinn here. Be sure that you take good pictures and drawings of the sports field. We've had some issues with Holland Hill and the Parks Department, who believe that they should have an upgraded field. So this field that they at Mill Hill should be put back to at minimum original condition.
Yep, understood, Tom.
Any other questions for Rob? None?
All right, thanks.
All right, so the fifth thing, do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved. Tom Quinn.
Tom Quinn on behalf of Harry Ackley. All in favor for adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Abstentions? All right, our next meeting is March 9th at 6 p.m.
Don't forget to shut the tape off.
I won't.
Okay.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks. Thanks, Jason.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.